Hello, you awakening wonders of the world. It's Deej. We're here because, well, could be the last live stream for a little while. Got to start all that farm work, It's coming up this week. Kick in full time, be out there. Barring weather now. It could rain and give me a day off here and there, but never know. Could get into a big ass dry spell again, too. Don't know. Things could get really crazy. That's how farm work goes. Hello, Professor Brainy Specs. Glad to see you guys doing your stream tonight. Why am I really crazy? Why am I crazy? Well, yeah, I am crazy, but not for complete total reasons. Oh, it's. Wait a minute. We got to do this right. We got to do it right. We can't have me doing it. We got to do this the exact good way. There we go. We got that out of the Sherry. That's right. Sherry. Sherry, baby. Sherry. Tried to sleep. Need to get to sleep early, but I can't do it, so I'm here waking up again. Going nuts. I gotta get this damn sleep habit going back into normal. So, I'm gonna set the alarm, make sure I get my ass up early tomorrow. Try to get everything going. At least I'm finally starting to get over. The headache's finally gone. All the shit sickness from last week is gone. We know what it was. I'm just not going to say what it was because I'm not going to fall into that bullshit that, oh, it's so bad. It's no, I was sick for a good solid 3 days, bad sick, but NyQuil cured it. Yeah, the chest congestion went away, the headaches went away, the sore throat went away, all that. It just went away. But hey, we'll chat about whatever tonight. I don't care. Somebody has something they want to throw out there, I will chat about it. I don't care. If somebody wants to talk about Ahsoka and how it's for brain damaged people, yeah, we can. Because it's actually rather boring and kind of dumb. Slow paced. And yeah. Though the Hera chick is kind of cute. I'll give that one. And that whole thing with Anakin, that was stupid as fudge. Stupid as fudge. I'm not playing 7 Days to Die tonight because that whole thing got fudged. And the whole file system got corrupted on it. Yeah. Hello, Richie. I had started over, but I ain't back to where I was, and I may play it tomorrow at some point. Just ramp up the days to the end game, max it all out, and just go at it and die. I figured Saturday night, what's going on? Well, you got karaoke streams. I don't know if anybody wants to hang out at karaoke streams, so here I am, and I am hanging out here. And yes, Josh Street, I did that Cardinal Sin passed away. That's really bad because, Cardinal Sin had been on my stream quite a few times, especially during those 48-hour streams. He would pop in the middle of the night and hang out with me, keep me awake. And one of them, he was actually showing a whole bunch of his Halloween setups. There's one of my 48-hour streams where Cardinal Sin was up there and he was showing his Halloween setups that he had. Really some cool shit. So I did hear that he passed away in his sleep. I have not heard anything more than that. The only thing I know so far. I haven't heard anything beyond that. What else is going on? Everybody's in outraged over this and that and the other. That kind of happens. Richie's asking Professor Brady's what a detention center. A library's not a detention center. No, I'm not going to be in the shower singing Danny Boy. I don't like Danny Boy. Even though I am a quarter Irish, I still just don't like the song. Apparently, that quarter Irish just doesn't care. Hello, John DeMarco. So, yes, we're just taking random questions tonight and I will answer them. Think of this as a Dear Bop on steroids. I'll answer the questions live. I will be flat out truthful and just say what I think. Probably get me in trouble and it'll probably offend some minded, wishy washy SJW types that have delusions of grandeur that they think that they're all this and that and they're not. They're pissant little potheads. And guess what? I'm completely sober. I haven't drank a damn thing. Just in one of those rare moods. Plus, I'm trying to fix my headphones because I broke them. Electric tape works wonders. Forget the duct tape. Use the electric tape. Get a tighter wrap and hold. It's all about recycling, folks. What else is people are still talking about Amber Heard. Whoop de doo. Don't care about Amber Heard. Hey, at least my fucking Cubs actually won a game lately. Yeah, they've been going down the shitter the last. They managed to win one. 13 innings. What the hell's going on with them anyway? Well, at least they're still in second place in the division, but damn, they fell clear back to. They were like one game out, and now they're six. Trying to blow it. They're still in the wild card race somehow, though. Ow. There's our Sportsy Bally update. Sportsy Bally update. What the hell's going on in Oregon? Signing a law to four things to graduate? The hell is that shit? Kate Brown signs a law to allow Oregon students to graduate without proving they can write or do math. The hell? Up, Tim Talks here. 10 minutes later. Like 1 minute. Oh. See, Tim, I'm right on it tonight. Not playing a game, so not distracted by 15 million things. So I could be distracted by
tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Bounce, 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 bounce. Tennis.
we'll play the full thing later. You know. At some point, LDG will wake up in the morning. He'll see that I streamed. He'll put it on, and then he'll be tortured with tennis balls off and on throughout the stream. That's how we do things. What's everybody else up to tonight? I know John and Professor just got done with their stream. I see Tim hanging out. I don't know what he's been up to tonight. Sherry, she's bouncing around. I'm not sure what she's up to tonight. Tell me what you're up to. There's questions. Josh, I think Josh is just here to harass us all. Tim Christ is awake. Tim is awake. Tennis balls. That's right, Tim. Tennis balls. Thrown against the wall. Bounce, 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 bounce. And you know, Tim wants it.
Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Bounce, 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 bounce. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall.
Uh-oh, Sherry's had too much wine.
Bounce. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Helps me forget about my cancer.
Uh-oh, Tiki's drunk too. The hell, everybody's drinking tonight except me? This ain't right. Not right, everybody's drinking except me. What the hell? Well, it is Saturday night. Oh well. I'm glad somebody's having fun. Tim's about 5 seconds to go into bed. Tiki might puke tonight. Well, keep a bucket next to your bed, and if the room starts spinning, just put one leg on the floor. It helps to slow it down. It will help slow things down. Ah, John DeMarco is not drinking, so there are two of us sober tonight. I'm sure Professor's not drinking either, so that would make three. Well, technically I am drinking, but it's diet soda, so non-alcoholic. Oh, and there was something else that we had to talk about. One other thing we had to talk about. Where did it go? Man, I had a lot of 24 hours trying to scroll back and yeah, hard way. Hate when I have to do things the hard way. I know what happened. Bird deleted it. Bird got rid of that live stream, damn it. So my little clip went away. Darn you, Bird. It was a funny clip. Well, I see StreamYards is screwing up, not telling me messages, so I gotta look over on Facebook. Yeah, I had that clip of birds singing. Got rid of the live stream. No, I found it. Aha, aha, I found it, yes. But let's listen to this thing here. Information that we found out yesterday. Valuable information, folks, that we found out yesterday.
When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty?
May have
When
to
I
turn it
was
up,
just
folks.
a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty?
Yes, bird singing about being a little girl. Yep, the things we find out on a bird stream. Hello, Grish. I was just playing a clip from Birdstream when he was singing about being a little girl and asking if he was pretty. So I just, it's just random things that happen along the way on this lovely ride that we have called YouTube. It's a chat. Let's chat about anything and whatever, and I'm answering questions that might pop into the chat, and just being crazy tonight. I'm having fun. Professor lives 6 hours away from Houston. Well, it's a 6 hour drive, I think, from Houston to San Antonio. I think. Something like that. If I remember rightly. But that 6 hours, that is driving like at 90. Drive real fast in Texas. And you can spend all day driving really fast and you still have to go to sleep. You get from one end of Texas to the other, it's time to go back to sleep. Wake up in the morning, start from one side, you can go to sleep by the time you get to the other side. people don't stop. Well, they might stop to take a leak real quick, but you jump right back in and get going. You don't want rest breaks. You want to do a quick drive like a maniac. Don't go into bars telling NASCAR jokes. Said about that. Take it from me. See what the hell else is going on. Go scroll through Twitter, see if there's anything we can talk about. Oh, RFK. Apparently, somebody tried to get into an event with RFK Jr. yesterday, posing as a U.S. Marshal with weapons and such. Got arrested. Now remember, RFK Jr. is trying to run as a Democrat for president. Yet, for some reason, administration has denied him Secret Service protection. Isn't that funny? Usually candidates that have openly said they are running and such can apply, and within 48 hours they're supposed to be told if they can have Secret Service protection while candidate is trying to run for office. Yet, Biden administration didn't respond for 88 days and then just declined them. Kind of corrupt, I would say. A little corrupt there. RFK Jr. is kind of the outsider of Democrats. He still holds a lot of Democrat views, but there's certain views that he doesn't toe the line to, and that makes him upset. I'd say if anything happens to RFK Jr. because of it, I would blame Democrats because they have refused him the protection that is afforded to anybody else that runs for president. Well, Tiki, I'm only a quarter Irish, but I'm not Catholic. I'm those heathen atheists that I don't get on anybody else about their religion or whatever. They can do what they want. I just believe in me. So I used to go to church when I was young. Always question things. But then I just went my own way. Hello, John Meyer. Yeah, but the thing that upsets him the most, John, upsets power now is he doesn't toe the line about the pokes. Hell, I had that damn sickness last week, 3 days of it, and I was fine taking NyQuil. And here I've had 2 heart attacks and slightly overweight, and I'm diabetic, and I have rheumatoid arthritis and whatever else I don't know. I survived it. And hello, last son of a K. Yeah, this could be the last live stream for a while, folks, unless the weather turns nasty, because we are kicking off this full time out in the field. So you'll get Deej Rant videos, farm life from the tractor while I ride around out there and I go nuts even more. I will be ranting about this, that, and everything else. You got that to look forward to. Of course, 7 Days Die will be on hiatus for those 2 months. I won't have time to do much of anything. I'll be too damn busy out there, and by the time I get home at night, I ain't gonna feel like doing nothing but quickly uploading the video. While it uploads, taking my shower, coming back, make sure the video is uploaded, and I will take my ass to bed. I still enjoy those tribal police that slam through the stupid environmental nut. That was hilarious. And yes, RFK still more or less an old school. I only have like one little shot left of Fireball out of that bottle that I've had for months now. Okay, John, I won't upload shower videos. So Tiki was trying to get me to do one earlier, so yeah, there's that. Or no, Tiki wasn't. I shouldn't blame Tiki. It was Josh Street. Poor Tiki got the blame. No, it was Josh Street that did it. And Kai is here. Kai is in the house. What kind of trouble is Kai up to tonight? Kai's been a busy person too. Bunny's going wild. Well, now that would be a weird ass shower video if I actually had the bunny suit on. Doing it. Hey, Richie's Richie's here to say RFK is a nut. That's right, it'll be around Thanksgiving when I'm finally out of the fields. Of course, around that time I'll still be grumpy because that'll be the time when he wants me to pressure wash the equipment to be putting it away for the winter, and it's colder than shit out, and I'm with the pressure washer getting soaking wet. Hopefully it's like last year and we had a couple of warm days that like 30 degrees out while I was pressure washing like the year before. Personally, I think the only Democrat I could see even fandom, even the slightest wanting to vote for would be Tulsi. That's it. Tulsi seems to have little common sense. She'd be the only one. Plus, she's good to look at, so there's that too. Can't believe nobody's throwing out questions for me to answer. This is the time to get me in trouble with me answering things, but hey, that's okay. Apparently, nobody wants me in trouble. Apparently, I made Salty Trucker upset last night. Salty Trucker is a little upset with me last night after 2 comments that I made on his stream. And apparently some game he's playing, I don't know, he's going to hunt for the furry that's named after an Ewok. Hello, pop culture. So there is that too. I guess I'm in trouble for that. I don't know. We were talking about early computers and video games at one point on the Salty chats, and Salty wasn't there. He was in the audience, but he wasn't there because he's flying out west to pick up his daughter because she's moving back east or something. And so it was just random us up on this panel last night doing a stream. And the first about the computers and stuff, I put up a picture of an Abacus and said that was Salty's first computer ever. And then a Arabic $2 super chat came in, and I said, "Oh look, we've made more money on this stream than Salty did his last stream." He got upset with that one too. I don't know. I just thought it was funny. I thought it was a good joke. I'm not too young, Richie. I've just abused my body over the decades. That's my problem. When I was in my 20s, I used to jump off roofs and stuff. Yeah. I've just abused my body too much over the years. But even with all this stuff wrong with me, I still push forward. I still do things. I still do. I still don't look for the handouts. I still don't whine about wanting free money. Give me rep. No, I don't. I don't whine about any of that bullshit. Hell, during COVID, I never even took any of those damn payments that they were giving out. It's fucking handout bribery money. I still made things work. Sure, you have to make sacrifices. You know, some of these people nowadays, they think that all this shit that they have is necessities. You don't need streaming services. It's not a necessity, folks. It's not. You don't need the fancy cell phones. It's not a necessity. You can use something cheap. You can get by with it. You just need something. These people are soft. I blame it because they never grew up not having this stuff. They can't see their lives without having it. I don't know. I'm kind of in a mood. In a mood tonight, folks. And no, son, I don't think RFK hurts Trump one bit. I think there's enough disenfranchised Democrats that don't like how their party's going that would probably want to vote for somebody else besides Biden. I mean, there's polling out there that almost 70% people don't think Biden should be running, period. And that's almost 50% of Democrats that don't think it. I mean, come on, the guy can't even put together coherent sentences anymore. Some people would like feel sorry for what the hell they're putting him through. I'm not too surprised DeSantis turned out to be such a dud. He surrounded himself with morons that are establishment types. Now me, okay. Public education. Public education is broken. Public education isn't even teaching the kids what they're supposed to be learning. They're too busy worrying about all these social bullshit things when they should actually be teaching the kids how to learn how to read, how to write, how to do math. I mean, you go to a young person nowadays, get ask them to make change. They can't figure out how to give you change back. They have no idea how to count. And yes, anybody that's even a liberal, an old school liberal Democrat nowadays is considered a right wing whack job. Tulsi Gabbard is way left of center, but they all consider her a right wing whack job. And no, these Zoomer kids couldn't even read an analog clock. You put that in front of them, they'd have no idea what the hell they were looking at. It's sad. And then them teaching them how to write 10 different lines to even figure out what two numbers are, adding them together. That's a whack job thing. It's just teaching kids. Yes, Richie, Tulsi is left of center. I'm sorry. Yes, she is. There's plenty of things that Tulsi believes in that I wouldn't believe in that are left of center. She is nowhere near center or right. She is basically an old school Democrat too. I would fit Tulsi in with JFK. Tulsi thinks more like JFK. And that was a Democrat. If JFK was around today, he would be called a right wing lunatic. That's how far left people have went with their beliefs. It's just, and hell, the StreamYard link is up there if anybody wants to debate me on these ideas. If somebody thinks I'm wrong on something, come out and tell me. It's a free and open society. We can do that. We can have these chats. Of course, certain people won't do that because they don't believe in having an actual true debate. They would rather sit up on their boxes and make statements and make videos claiming people are racist when their beliefs are so damn narrow that they can't even see actual true history. Or you got others like the San Francisco kook that will repeat shit just because he wants to fit in with a certain crowd. Well, maybe not a packed theater, but I'd let her grab me. I'd feel her up. But hell, I guess that's not any worse, Richie, than having guys that are basically naked out dancing in the middle of a road in front of everybody and anybody. Just because they think it's right to do it for their pride. And that's the middle of the daytime out in public in the middle of a road. So what's the difference? If one person can get by doing that sort of thing, why can't Lauren Boebert get filled up in a dark theater? The only reason why anybody could see the video was because there was night vision cameras in there that could detect things in that low light. Dark theater or bright daylight out in the middle of the street. Of course. I don't know if I'd want to see the Beetlejuice musical, actually. Maybe, maybe not. I never really was into musicals. The only musical I actually found funny was Rocky Horror. That's because it was funny. I mean, in high school, I had to go watch The Sound of Music, and I was bored out of my skull because I didn't want to listen to some woman singing about the hills are alive. Just don't watch the Rocky Horror sequel movie. That thing was horrible. Only had one good song, and the whole plot and storyline was completely utter garbage. Don't watch it, Tiki. Don't ever watch it. I watched it for you. It was complete horror. I mean, that was so bad, I'd rather sit through season 3 of Picard again, and we all know how I felt about that one. Hell, I'd rather rewatch season 1 of Discovery before I'd watch the sequel to Rocky Horror again. That's how bad it is. And nobody I know half a brain wants to watch Discovery again. No. I did watch the first episode of the Daryl Dixon show. That one's kind of interesting. Fortunately, I won't see any more for at least a couple of weeks because I have to work. And the first episode was on YouTube for free. No commercials. I don't hate anyone either. Well, wait a minute. Take that back. If you do me wrong, then I will find a hate for you. I will do that. But people in general, I don't hate. I do hate certain beliefs. Certain beliefs I do hate. Let me see. I got a question. Grease 2. Yeah, I would watch Grease 2 before I would watch the Rocky Horror sequel. I would definitely watch Grease 2 before I watch the Rocky Horror sequel. Hey, I let them hate on me too because it just brings out their own bigotry. It was funny. While I was being called all these names, I had homophobic slur thrown at me. Yet, he claims that it was all right for him to do that because he had a friend that was homosexual. Now, wait a minute. In the same breath, I was told that I was still the racist person, even though I had black friends. I only had them to hide. See, the left can't get their own story straight. They sit there and accuse you of doing things all the while that they're doing it to themselves. It makes no sense, people. It absolutely makes no sense. There's a ingrained ignorancy people when they refuse to even see things in themselves. And when they refuse to go beyond their set beliefs to even watch, listen to something that isn't what they're about. They close themselves off to anything else and they live in this narrow. I'm going to get real controversial right now. And I'm sure I'm going to have another video made about me. But I don't give a shit. I've already had a couple of videos made about me. I had a live stream that brought me up again about it, blah, blah, blah. But here recently, that pregnant woman that was shot by the police and killed because they were attempting to check out the story about her shoplifting alcohol. Now, while I don't condone the fact that she was killed, I actually feel sorry for the unborn child that died from it. But what they fail to keep telling is that she tried to run the police officer over. And why did that happen? Because for decades now, they have beat this into people that cops are all out to get them. Cops are all out to off them. They keep promoting this over and over. So what does that do? That causes things like this to happen, where they refuse to obey a lawful order by a police officer and they attempt to run. I mean, it's simple. And then you get this whole thing, well, certain races in trouble with the law more often than whites are. Well, that's because most of us comply when we're told to do something and sit there and actually obey what the police officer is. We haven't had it beaten in our heads over and over. It's a victimhood bullshit that's beaten into their heads over and over and over till they all believe every single story. I mean, look how quick everybody jumped on the whole Jussie Smollett thing. Well, not everybody. Let's back this up. Most people with a brain knew he was lying from the get-go. Because most people know there ain't no people running around Chicago in the middle of the night yelling, "This is MAGA country." There ain't no damn way. I know how Chicago is. I live 2 hours away. I've been to Chicago enough times. I know that shit ain't happening at all. But certain sect of people that have had this beaten into their heads over and over and over, that all this happens over and over and over, believed it. Some still believe it because they are that dumb, even though he was found guilty of making the shit up. The guys, the two Nigerians, admitted that they were paid by him to do it. But there's still people that are so stupid they believe this shit. That's right, pop culture. You got it right. Racism and hate is passed down through generations. And it is beaten into their heads that this all happens, even though it's a much smaller percentage than what they make it out to be. But they have to blow it up so big because they need this victimhood shit. I'm not denying it doesn't happen. I'm sure some aspects it does, but it's not as huge a problem as they make it out to be. It's only that huge of a problem because they've been beaten in the head so much about it that now you got this shit like this woman that did not want to comply when the police wanted her out of the vehicle, that she had her doors locked. She put that car in drive and she went and tried to run that cop over. And yet, you listen to these people that don't want to tell that part of the story of it. They want to make it out to where the cops just shot her because she was black. That's what they make it out to be. That's not the case. That was never the case. That was not what happened. She was shot because she tried to run the guy over with her car. But you will have people, especially here on YouTube, that will play the whole victimhood card. They will not mention that part of it. Or you'll get excuses. Why didn't they just follow her, write down her tags, and go to her house and pick her up? Okay. Who's to say there wasn't people waiting at a house? She could have went home. She probably wouldn't have went home if she knew the cops were after her. She would have went and hid out. Or even if she went home, how do you know that she didn't have a gun there at the house? Or somebody else there didn't have a gun at the house, and you got an even bigger shootout going? And I blame the media for this shit because, the media just loves to stoke these things. Media never puts up stories when it's the reverse that happens. They don't put up all these videos of the white kids getting beat on or the Asians getting beat on. They don't put these things up because it doesn't fit a narrative. People are finally starting to wake up, though. There's a lot of channels that I watch on YouTube now. Smart, intelligent African Americans that are waking up to this bullshit that they're being fed. They are waking up to the truth. They are waking up to how they're being manipulated. And it is a damn good pleasure to watch their channels because they finally see the truth on that they have been lied to for generations and how they've been manipulated by Democrats. It is a good, refreshing thing. It gives me some hope that actually people will be able to live together like Martin Luther King Jr. wanted, be judged on the content of their character and not the color of their skin. Yet you got all these victimhoods, people that have to make it about color and not content. They do the completely opposite of what Martin Luther King wanted. And it pisses me off. And you cannot have a rational conversation with these people either, because they will not give an inch. They still want to make it all about race instead of the bad actions do. And I'm not saying every single time it's that case. There are some bad cops out there that do bad things. There are some bad people out there that do bad things. I'm not saying everybody's innocent. I'm just saying vast majority is overblown. Vast majority could have been avoided. But I'm sure that little speech of mine right there is going to get me called racist again. Because they don't like to hear that sort of talk. Because my kind of talk is more like trying to bring people together to understand things, to get people together and work things out. And you're right, last son, LFR, JoJo, I have watched those channels. Cartier Family is another channel. 4 men, young men in their 20s, who's figuring things out themselves. They're actually seeing the truth. And it's really, really, really refreshing. Because it gives me some hope that there are people that are not taking the race bait. They are not taking the victimhood bullshit. They're not falling for all that crap. They know that it's their responsibility on how they act, on how they want to be treated. Does you no service to act like a wannabe thug, wannabe gangsta. No, all you're doing is promoting yourself as somebody that wants to buck the system and buck the white people. That's what they're. That's what it promotes. Yeah, and I don't get that either. Well, you got these stupid libtards that go on hating themselves because they're white, thinking that they're all this and that. The funny thing is, they are the first ones that show themselves to be racist because they're the first ones out there promoting the shit like you got to sit there and lower test scoring so minorities can get by through schooling. Why? Are they saying that white people are smarter than the rest? That's just showing their racism. That governor out there in Oregon just showed herself a racist, thinking that minorities can't get by unless you lower the qualifications for minorities. That's just showing that they're the racists because they don't think that they can get by at the same level. I think they can get by at the same level. All they got to do is buckle down and invest the time in studying. They can do it the same as I. They can do it the same as anybody else. They don't need to have these lower test scores to get by. And that all goes to the parents. You blame the parents because they're not the ones. They're not the ones that are cracking down on these kids. Today's parents want to be their kids' friends, not their actual parents. So they let them get by with everything. This is all races here. Parents would rather be friend instead of actual parent. And they sit there and take away their damn phone. Take away their damn social media. Take away their damn TV that they watch. Make them actually study for once. Make them do some work. It's not that hard, people. Buckle down and you can learn everything you need to get by in life as long as you apply yourself. If you are having problems with math or something, find somebody to help you. Find a tutor. Find anything like that. We ain't got money, but no, you just go ask a friend that does better in the class. Have them help you. But no, they would rather take the whole victimhood thing as we're being oppressed. No, you're oppressing yourself when you don't apply to it. It's not that goddamn hard to figure out, people. Some people got upset because I called this freaking idiot on Twitter lazy. Well, it was more than just the reparation thing. This woman, all she does is bitch about wanting this and that and everything else free. She wants free this. She wants free housing. She wants free health care. She wants free tuition to colleges. She wants people to get paid back for colleges because they can't pay for none. She wants this and that. She's a freaking Marxist. Face it, she's a fucking Marxist. But no, you can't get on that because she's black, and so you're a racist. Fuck that. It's not about her damn color. It's about her fucking Marxist ways. I can't stand the fucking communist, Marxist, socialist idiots. Where the hell do they think all this money's going to come from? Oh, let's tax the rich. You could tax the rich 100%. It's still not going to pay for all this shit that they want to give away. Ain't no fucking way. The whole problem with, well, they say school is expensive. Do you know why school is expensive? Because for decades now, the government has handed out loans to get kids to go to college. And the colleges say, hey, we're getting more money now because the government stepped in. Let's raise prices. Let's jack up tuitions. Let's jack up the books. Let's make things expensive because the government's there to give more money. Every time the government gets involved in something, things go up. That's the main problem with that. You want to solve things in government? Put fucking term limits on all these jackasses out there in the government. No one should be spending their entire lives up to 80 years old and still in government. Term limits. They gave term limits to the president. They should put term limits on the fucking Congress. Get rid of the fucking lobbyists. That's what it needs. It needs to be cut down. Cut down the damn size of the government. There's too many goddamn people working in the government. It's all a big, huge ass bureaucracy. Everything gets shuffled around, lost. Needs to be streamlined. Whatever. You're not going to talk common sense to some of these people because they've got their heads buried. They refuse to use common sense. All their feelings. Gotta have feelings. We don't have to have intelligent thought or actually science or anything else. It's our feelings. There we go. Got a Deej rant. And even through all this bullshit, I only lost 5 subscribers for the last few weeks. That's all I lost. I lost 5 brain damaged people. Didn't hurt me. Didn't bother me. I know, last son. I would like to have kids taught math correctly too. I would actually like them to actually learn how to write. And I would like the people to actually stop using the word facts when they don't have facts. When they think that their opinion is fact, when all it is a stupid opinion. Right, don't do weed. Unless you have medical issues. Medical issue, I don't care about the weed. But if you're just going to sit around and smoke it all the time, that's why it was called dope. Because you're dope. If you're going to sit around and constantly smoke it just to get high. Medical, I have no problem with. Just don't be an Elihu. Don't be an idiot like him. And yes, I'm calling him an idiot because he's one of the dumbasses that wanted to run around and call me a racist. Elihu is a fucking idiot. He just says shit to follow his little crowd. That's all he does. I personally won't mind him not being around anymore. I personally won't mind having to listen to his stupidity. Just brain damaged. I've just gotten to the point I don't give a shit. I just don't give a shit anymore, folks. I've turned into the old man that yells at the kids to get off my damn lawn. If you're gonna spew stupid facts, just get the hell off my lawn. Your stupid facts aren't actually facts. When you want to deny actual history because it doesn't jive with what you're spewing, you're an idiot. Yeah, I don't like that term, my truth. Truth is truth. Too many people make up things in there, say, my truth. You're right, last night. It's just your feelings. Show me the data to prove. Don't sit there and give me some made up bullshit from anecdotes that you heard. Oh well. Doesn't matter. Brain damaged, you're still going to be brain damaged. Until they actually take a moment to look at their surroundings and notice they live in an echo chamber. They only surround themselves with people that think just like them. I give an open forum to anybody that wants to debate me on it, but you know, none of them do. None of them have the guts to show up. It's not nice here, Tiki. It's been raining. It's cloudy. Can't look at the Big Dipper. Can't look at the Little Dipper. Can't look at the North Star. Can't look at the moon. Well, I could look at the moon if I went and dropped my pants and looked in the mirror. Let's see that moon. That's a big, bright white moon that has not seen sunlight in years. That's true. They only sling mud, last son. We've seen that in videos. We've seen it in videos. They only sling mud. They only curse and cuss, and it's comical because when you trigger them, then all they have is cursing and cussing and name calling. Cursing and cussing and name calling. Oh my! Like the Wizard of Oz. But I will not kneel. I will not bow down to the pressure. Why?
I'm trying to send a distress signal. Stop talking about doctors.
I'm a doctor.
I'm the doctor.
I'm the doctor!
No, Doctor, I'm the doctor, and I say that you're not fit.
You may be a doctor, but I'm the doctor.
The original, you might say.
The definite article.
But probably not the one you expected.
Right, I'm the doctor. Dr. Detroit. Good movie. Gotta watch that sometime. Gotta watch. Hey, pop culture, there's a movie for you to watch. Dr. Detroit. Dr. Detroit would be a good movie there for you, Pop. Classic Dan Aykroyd movie. Howard Hessman. Fran Drescher. I guess the rant portion's over, and now we'll talk about TV and movies. Pop culture's Dan Aykroyd. No thanks. Hey, Dr. Detroit was a good movie, though. Miss growing up in the 80s, man. Things were simple. Everybody got along. Didn't have all this fighting. Of course, we didn't have the internet either. Maybe that's why we didn't have all the fighting. Oh, pop culture doesn't like Dr. Detroit. Ooh. All right, fine. Watch Night of the Living Dead, 1990. That's a good one. Tony Todd. And My Hot Little Redhead. Patricia Talisman. Yeah, My Hot Little Redhead. Fine in that movie. I was okay with him too, son, until he started going around and calling me a racist. Then it was like, fuck Elihu. Yes, Fran Drescher's voice does get a little grindy. But you can't watch UHF without seeing Fran in it. There is that too. Luckily, she wasn't in too many scenes. Probably the way I couldn't really stand watching The Nanny. Sure, the show was funny at times, but too much of Fran gets to you. Okay, pop culture, I got a movie for you. I know you can't disagree with. Time Bandits. Yeah, well, that's because Elihu's an idiot and doesn't believe that story, because even now that the government says that, yeah, probably did come from it, you know. I kind of prefer Shelley Long in Caveman. Looked pretty damn good in Caveman. That little caveman outfit on her. Oh, Barbara Brock was way. No, too much bran is not good for you either. Getting all damn day. Or do you need some bran in your diet? Keep you regular. There we go. I finally got a movie that pop culture and I can totally agree on. Time Bandits. So if Disney had a hand in it and tried to redo that movie, they'd probably screw that all up and have weirdos with purple hair like they did with Snow White. Time Bandits is like one of those classic 80s movies. Great soundtrack. Got a great song there with George Harrison in it. It's a time travel movie I can get behind. Tiki finally watched Time Bandits for the first time this year. Tiki, see what you're missing? It is a great movie. All right, Pop, how about meatballs? Are you ready for the summer? Are you ready for the good times? Come on, you gotta love meatballs, especially how they torture poor Morty. Always sneaking in, taking him out in his bed, putting him somewhere, hanging up in the tree out in the middle of the lake. Woody's Wabbit. That movie actually made me want to go to summer camp. Never did get to go to summer camp, but I wanted to go to summer camp just because of meatballs. Face it, Bill Murray really fucked up my life. I wanted to go to summer camp because of that. I wanted to go in the army because of Bill Murray and Stripes. God damn Bill Murray. If there's ever a zombie apocalypse, I'll probably want to go out and golf. Dressed like a zombie. Because of Bill Murray. God damn it. Yeah, she did make sexy Carol Brady. Actually, last Sunday, I thought the original Carol Brady was sexy as hell, too. Even in Amish Paradise, Lawrence Henderson was still looking good, even in that Amish outfit. Let's see. Pop culture can handle Bill Murray in small doses. So, the month of October is almost here, pop culture. Are you going to be doing movies for Halloween? And if so, what movies? I know you just did the original Night of the Living Dead, so you can't exactly do that one again. But there's lots of other movies that you could do. What are you going to do? Fortunately, I probably won't get to see anything because duck fields. I kind of miss Halloween now. Yeah, I used to love Halloween. Go out and do some things and that, but stuck out in the tractor, can't go out, can't trick or drink or anything like that. Trick or drink. I don't know what else to talk about, folks. I'm running out of steam here. Not used to pulling these solo streams. Still got a few minutes left in me before I pee. Somehow, some way though, in December I will watch that damn new Godzilla Minus Zero movie. I have to watch. I have to. Alright, Pop Culture says The Thing, great movie. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, great movie. Jurassic Park, okay. And the original Fly, great movie. Jason Takes Manhattan is Tiki's movie for Halloween. My Halloween movie, one of them, you're gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh, but is Jason X. Only for the fact that the two women that were on Andromeda are in Jason X, except they're playing the opposite roles of what they did on Andromeda. Andromeda was the robot avatar, and the blonde was the human. Well, in Jason X, it's the opposite. The blonde is the robot, and the one that plays Andromeda is human. There's something about Jason in space. I just like it. I know it's like one of the worst Jason movies, not the worst, but one of them. I still like it though. I love Jason on the holodeck where he's actually grabbing up the campers inside of a sleeping bag, and kind of funny. And yes, the new Godzilla looks cool, way better than the Shin Godzilla. I did not like Shin Godzilla. And the movie was okay, but I just did not like the look of Shin Godzilla. I didn't like how they had it to where every time he morphed, he became. It is just that. During the 85. I'm sad to say though, you're not doing the Blob. Blob was a good movie, but yeah, I think you already covered that one too. Well, I don't mind the legendary Godzilla. I don't mind it. At least it's Godzilla. That crap shit with Matthew Broderick we never speak of. We never speak of. Unless it's to refer to it in Godzilla Final War on how quick it got its ass kicked by the real Godzilla. The only time we mention that one. If they called the Broderick movie anything else but Godzilla, it would have been okay. But trying to say that was God, no. I'm sorry, hell no. 58 and the 80s version is cool. If I could do a Halloween stream, don't laugh at me, but Attack of the Killer Tomatoes would be one of the movies. Just because it's so cheesy. Funny. I would have to do Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Well, that's what this stream's for, to put you to sleep, last son. We put lots of people to sleep. So if it takes Godzilla, that's what we do. Now the sequels to Killer Tomatoes, not so much, but the first movie was the cult classic, and it's the best one. I would do Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. I would do Student Bodies. Student Bodies was actually one of those first movies to come out that was a comedy take, slasher flicks. Student Bodies was 1980, I think, 1980. They actually kept a flashing number that would pop up on the screen whenever one of the students would get off. There was always some cheesy eggplant or a horsehead bookend or erasers, paper clips, hefty 3-ply bags. And of course, there was always Malvert, the janitor. Hello, Jedi Bill. Malvert helped make punch. Malvert P. Rid. Student Bodies would be the second movie I would do for a damn Halloween movie. Got Attack of the Killer Tomatoes and Student Bodies. I would go for all the cheesy type movies. Of course, I would add in Rocky Horror Picture Show just so I could throw toast and toilet paper. Add that into the mix. If there was a fourth movie that I would have to do, it would have to be the original Night of the Living Dead. For my Halloween. If I had time to do a Halloween stream, which I don't because farm work, that would be my 4-movie lineup. Jedi Bill, I thought you'd be singing right now. Saturday night. Aren't you supposed to be doing some TV show that nobody wants to see just to annoy somebody, pop culture? That was one of the things supposed to be coming up too. I know I heard Gorilla talking about it at some point. Wasn't it Velma? That's another one you couldn't get me to watch. Hell no. And I guess if I was going to do a Halloween Velma, if I was going to do a Halloween morning show for cartoons, it would have to be the Hanna-Barbera Godzilla. I'd have to do that and Thunder the Barbarian. But yeah, I thought you were supposed to torture somebody making them watch Velma. Yeah, Velma, whatever. Well, you were smart. You didn't attend. Good job. I'm very sad because I still haven't even watched the new Clerks movie. Bad person for now. So you're smart, pop culture. You stick around for the things you do want to watch. Not like we did to poor Bird of Prey 5, making him watch Crystal Skull. So funny though how I sure that he had to watch it. Yep. We've been an hour and a half. We've had ranting. We've had me talking about TV shows. We've had me talking about how I'm going to basically be gone from live streams for the next 2 months. Busy out on the farm. Not much else to go over. Probably should get my ass back to sleep. But hey. Yeah, if I could do a Mystery Science Theater 3000 type stream too, that would be fun. But you'd have to do. Actually, pop culture, there is one movie that you and I could do, Mystery Science Theater 3000 type, that I know you can play on YouTube because I did it during my last full successful 48-hour live stream. I did it in the middle of the night, never got a claim to it, not one little click on it, not nothing, because it's so old that nobody cared. But it was Terror in Tiny Town. It's a Western with nothing but little people in it. It's hilarious. But it's fun to rip on. Especially when they go into the saloons and they can practically walk underneath the swinging doors. They duck a little bit. They could go right under the swinging doors, but they all rode ponies. It was funnier than hell. Hey, I never got doe-eyed over crap Picard season 3. I was honest about my reviewing on that one. I was totally honest about that review on Picard. Season 3 still sucked balls. Yep, most of them did work on the Wizard of Oz. And we watched that in the middle of the night on one of my last 48-hour live stream that we did. I think poor Mr. Londell stayed up with me during that one. And we watched that damn movie. I even played it on the screen here so everybody could watch it and listen to it. It was hilarious. I cracked up. Never seen it before. I'd always heard about it, and I said, okay, we're going to watch this sucker. Freaks was a good movie, too. Yeah, that's why you'll never see me on Friday Night Tights there, last son, because I wouldn't agree with most of the shit to say. It's like everybody trying to praise Ahsoka right now. I don't see it. It's boring. Slow, it's drug out. Characters do stupid shit that normal people wouldn't do. That whole last episode with Anakin, that was stupid as shit. What was it? Was she seeing some kind of Force ghost, or was it all a dream? Who knows? Can't tell. That was stupid. You got a Mandalorian that she's trying to teach as a Jedi that can't even use the Force. The hell kind of bullshit's that? So now a Jedi can be anyone that even if they can't use the Force, they can be a Jedi. That's bullshit. Stupid. Plain stupid. I'll stick to my Walking Dead, even though people went away from that. I still like it. That first episode of Daryl Dixon, I thought was fairly good. Even got a new variation of a walker. Grabs you, burns you. Like got weird shit that burns your skin if you don't burn it professional start. It's I thought it was kind of interesting. Well, see, that's where I differ because I said season 3 was as bad as one. Reason why I hated season 3 was they contradicted half the shit that they said in season 1 and 2. They totally ignored things from season 1 and 2 that they shouldn't have ignored. They relied way too much on member berries for the entire damn season 3, trying to put you back into this feel good shit that didn't work. And then the whole thing of trying to fly the Enterprise D into a Borg cube. It was dumb. It was stupid. They had the captain's yacht they could have flown in and done the same thing with. Hell, they could have got rid of the saucer section, and I would have halfway believed the battle section might have did it. But to take the whole damn ship in? No, that was stupid. Idiotic. They got Kirk's body on a damn space station instead of actually taking it back to Earth and giving them a funeral and a burial like should have been afforded to Kirk. No. They got tribbles that they're trying to do genetic shit to. No, they're stupid. Stupid. They even got Picard's regular body. What the fuck? Hell, I can't even give it that rating, Last Son. I give 1, 2, and season 3 all a 1. They all sucked. They're all 1s. And then that last season of Strange New Worlds even got worse. And it got horrible. And it got sucky. It was stupid. Trek died after Enterprise was canceled, and nothing after that even close, remotely good. And now you got me talking Trek, and I'm losing all my viewers. I think that's time just to go to sleep. Even though I had a fair amount of viewers, but hardly anybody talking, so I think I had spies in here listening to my ring. I had weirdos in here. I think so. Anyway, I'm going to bed. Almost 1 a.m. I slept for a couple hours, woke up, felt like I should stream for a little. Now I'm going to actually go back to bed. I'll set my alarm so I get up early, so I get used to waking up early in the morning again. See how I feel tomorrow. If I feel like moving, doing anything. We'll go from there. Maybe I'll stream tomorrow, maybe I won't. I don't know. All depends how I feel tomorrow. But thanks for those that came by to chat. Thanks for hanging out with me. And since it's been over a week now since I streamed last, we gotta do this.
Hello world, it's me, Berto Prey 5. And remember,
Yeah, I'll just do that part of it so that make Bird mad.
Am I fired again? Yeah, you're fucking absolutely fired. All your promotions are redacted. Like, dude, why would you have to fuck yourself like that? Why? You're clipping all this shit, aren't you? You're gonna have a fucking montage of all the times you were. I said you were right. I said you were wrong. I said you were fired. I said you were rehired. I said you were promoted during this live. You're gonna have them all and play them on your channel, aren't you? Well, you've absolutely been fired again because you're an asshole. You're fired from talking to me and being my friend and being on my channel. Get the hell out of here. Go on, you get. Go on, get the hell out of here.